First of all, good evening. I want to be one of the first to congratulate you on your accomplishment as being a top scholar in Buncombe County for the class of 2022. That is a remarkable achievement, especially when you consider that half of your high school year was in the midst of a pandemic. You had to do some remote learning, you had some shutdowns that you had to deal with, and so the fact that you're at the top of your class in the midst of a pandemic, you've already had to deal with some adversity and overcome is remarkable in and of itself. So I just want to congratulate the top scholars for that accomplishment. As I was sitting here earlier, I was thinking about 34 years ago when I was literally sitting in this very same hotel, in this same room. It was a different name of the hotel at the time, but the same hotel, the same room at the Top Scholars Banquet. And I can tell you, I had mixed emotions at that time. I was excited because I was going to be starting college in the fall. You had graduation coming up. And so the possibilities and just being out on my own was exciting. At the same time, there was some apprehension. It was the first time that I was going to be out on my own, away from home. The friends that I had made through school, through high school, a lot of us were going off in different colleges and different directions. And so you were there thinking about, geez, I'm now entering adulthood. I'm supposed to be responsible and now have to pay my bills, and all those things were just circulating in my head. And so for our graduates, our top scholars, I just want to tell you that it's okay if you have those mixed emotions, and I can assure you that your best days are ahead of you. I can assure you of that. I just want to share some words of encouragement with you over the next few minutes and some words of advice that was helpful to me as I was going through college and as I was going through the next phase of my life as you're getting ready to enter. And I want to start by just telling you that you control your destiny. The most important thing to remember is that you control your destiny. Do not let anybody limit you, limit what you can do. Understand that you know yourself better than anyone else, and all the characteristics and traits that you need to be successful are within you. So as you start your next chapter in life, which will be for most of you going to college in the fall, for those who some may take off a year and start college after that, I just want to share some thoughts with you about going forward. The first thing I would encourage you to do as you are considering your career choices and what you may do in the future is to choose a career that you are passionate about. One that you will enjoy doing. And I say that because when you are passionate about what you do, when you love what you do, you will be successful at what you do. I can say that I have been very fortunate. I had decided in high school that I wanted to become a lawyer. And so that was the career path that I endeavored on. And I can tell you that as a trial attorney for 26 years, I loved every minute of what I did. I really enjoyed it. And it's really when you think about it, when you get up and you're able to do something that you love and the cherry on the top is you get paid for it. It does create a wonderful life. And it was amazing because I would listen to some of my friends and other members at church, and that Sunday they'd be grumbling about having to go to work on that Monday, and I would be sitting there thinking, no, I've got a great case, I got trial coming up, something great. So I would encourage you to choose a profession that you will enjoy and that you will be passionate about. And don't be afraid to push outside of your comfort zone. As you start college, some of you have already figured out what your career choices may be. Others have not. And for those who have not, that is okay. A lot of people in college start off with no idea of what they want to do in life. Going off to college in your next phase of your life, this next phase is the opportunity to figure out what you want to do in life. When you go to college, sometimes you'll start down a certain path and you may change your mind and realize, that's not for me. I want to do something else. It's okay. It's okay to change your mind. Lots of people do that. I know people sometimes, they know exactly what they want to do. Other times, they'll go through one or two different sort of career paths before they figure out what they want to do. Now, I would be remiss if I did not say, on behalf of your parents or family members who are paying for your college education, they don't want you doing a 6 and 7 year career college, because that can be quite expensive. But it's okay, your first year and second year, to change your mind and figure out what you want to do. I will say that as a lawyer, I've had opportunities that have allowed me to stretch outside my comfort zone. And I would encourage you, as you are heading off to college and while you are in school, is to not be afraid to stretch outside your comfort zone. And when opportunities come, to take advantage of those opportunities. I will share with you that when I went to Western, I finished up in December. I finished up early, was going to be graduating that spring, and was going to be starting law school that fall. And I thought, need to do something for January until I start law school, and so I guess I'll get a full-time job. And so it was ironic because one of the individuals in administration at Western Carolina happened to be the father-in-law of a assistant principal at T.C. Robertson High School. And we happened to be talking in that December, and he said, my son-in-law at their school, they're looking for an administrative assistant because she had to go out on FMLA leave because her husband was ill. And so they're trying to find somebody to come in and work for the assistant principals. Well, I'd taken typing in school along with other courses, and I thought I can do that. So I went and interviewed at T.C. Robertson High School and got the job. And the 3 assistant principals that I worked for was Dr. Chuck Presley, Dr. Maggie Thomas, and none other than Dr. Baldwin. So before I became a judge, before I became a litigation attorney, I was Dr. Baldwin's secretary. So just different things that you can try along the way. Also, when I was elected president of the Bar Association, that was an interesting time because I got to travel all over the country, meeting other attorneys that were from different bar associations, and also learning about laws and the legal system in other countries, such as Haiti and Japan. So very interesting, something I never would have thought about doing, but an opportunity that came open, and I did that. And I just say that when opportunities come, you should really think about taking advantage of those opportunities. Now, as you're going through your next chapter in your life and getting ready to go off to college, whatever you're planning to do next, there are a couple of things that I'd share with you that I would recommend. One is to always set your goals. Your goals are what is going to help you stay focused as you are going through college and as you're going through really any stage of your life. The goals, as life is happening and things are coming at you in different directions, when you've set your goals, it helps you to reset and stay focused on what it is you want to accomplish. And in college, that's very important because just like in high school where you're going to have peer pressure and friends and all these other things, and in college there's more freedom because your parents are not there looking over you, it's important that, as you're entering adulthood, you stay focused because this is the phase of your life that's going to help you map out what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And it's very important that you stay focused and you have goals that help you stay focused. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's going to happen. It's expected. The important thing is that you learn from your mistakes. It's when you learn from your mistakes that it's going to help you reach your success and what it is that you want to accomplish. I would also say your possibilities are endless. You have the opportunity to do and become whatever you want. And, if we think about it and you go back and you look at years ago and limitations sometimes, whether it's economic, whether it's other factors, there are more opportunities today that allows you to become what you want to become and do exactly what you want to do. And don't be afraid to chart your own journey. Sometimes we have role models and we think that's the path that we need to follow in order to get to this particular destiny or point. And it's not. Sometimes your path may be a different path that you take. Your journey is your journey. And it's important that your journey is mapped out with what you believe is important and what you want to do and what you believe will help you to become successful. And I can tell you that it's really important that you understand the options and the choices that you make. As someone who sits on the Superior Court bench and handles civil and criminal matters, and in the criminal matters, the most serious felonies and matters that occur, I cannot tell you the number of young people who come before the court, and you can see the difference of what an education makes. Because most of the people who you see that end up in trouble usually have dropped out of high school. And so I just say that so that you understand the importance of getting your education and how it will assist you as you are going forward. I would also say, as just a side note on that, in this day of social media and where young people like to post everything, now you're reaching the age and getting into adulthood where you want to be mindful about what you post and what you say on social media, because your future employers and colleges do check social media. And so as you're entering into the phase of adulthood, comes with it more responsibility, and it requires you to exercise good judgment. And the fact that you are top scholars here in Buncombe County tells me you have the good judgment, you have the intelligence, you have exactly what it takes to be successful. So I would challenge the class of 2022 to think critically as you go forward. It's always important to think, to analyze. When you hear information, when you see things, when you read things, you've been prepared for this through your high school, through your days already. But as you go forward, always think critically. Does it make sense? What is the source? I would also encourage you to be informed. You're now reaching adulthood. You are going to soon be our future leaders, whether it's at the local level, whether it's at the state level, whether it's at the national level. You are our future leaders, and you're going to be making decisions. In fact, most of you, when you turn 18, this will be the first time you'll be able to vote in an election. It's important that you inform yourself so that when you make decisions, you're able to make wise and intelligent decisions. I would also encourage you and challenge you to use your knowledge and wisdom to make an impact in society. As the future leaders, the future doctors, lawyers, scientists, engineers, whatever you decide to be, I would encourage you to use what you have to make a positive impact in society. A lot of times we think of ourselves, and it's easy as we get caught up in life and the day-to-day schedules that we have to just focus on ourselves. And I can tell you, as someone who has sat on a lot of boards and participated in a lot of community events, it is very rewarding when you're able to help other people in your community. And so I would challenge you and encourage you that as you go forward, to always think about what positive impact you can make in society. And if you happen to come back to Buncombe County, that you can make here in Buncombe County. I would also challenge you to live your life with integrity. A lot of times we get focused on the educational side of things, and we don't remember that your character is just as important. So I would encourage you, as you're going through your college years and you have lots of temptations and things that are going on in college, to always remember your integrity, your character, because that will go with you and follow you the rest of your life. And once your college days are over and you're in that working world and joining us in the career field, your character is very important and will have a impact on the type of jobs you get and what you do in life. So I will leave you with a quote from Michael Josephson that says, "Take pride in how far you have come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey." So for those who will be graduating and for our top scholars, again, I applaud you for your accomplishment. What you have done is no easy feat. You should be proud of yourself. I know your parents and your family is proud of you, and I expect to hear great things about you and from you in the future years to come. So again, congratulations.